screen it for critics either.
I was surprised this got a theatrical. Everything about it just screamed like a Netflix action movie
Prime
to
Video,
me.
you would think. It's
Yeah,
Amazon
or one of those
MGM.
things. Yeah,
so
that's
it
true.
seems like maybe that's what it would be aimed for. In fact, wasn't War of the Worlds the Ice Cube one on Prime Video last year?
Ooh, yeah.
And there's a lot of similarities.
The director is the producer of that one.
Oh, goodness. Well, then that would explain some things. So what you get is it's an interesting premise. A lot of people who I've described the movie to have said, that sounds interesting. And I'm like, it does sound interesting.
Yeah.
And it is interesting to a point. But then I guess the problem was, and this happens in a lot of movies that I've seen, there's a great premise and a great start, and they just can't figure out how do we wrap this up in a satisfying way. So in this case, it feels like they revert to just a standard action movie with...
Yeah, it felt kind of a COVID-y to me, like in the sense of like it felt like everybody was being shot in different rooms, that nobody was like connecting with each other, and there were a lot of things. I mean, it was filmed in 2024, but it was like if someone told me this was filmed in 2021, I would have believed them.
You would have believed it.
Yeah,
it's interesting too because you can have great interactions when characters don't show up in the same scene. Star Trek II is probably the best example of this.
That's true.
Kirk and Khan never are in the same room at the same time, and yet a lot of people, they're surprised when they hear that or when they sit, you know what, you're right. And yet they still were able to have, dramatic showdowns over screens. But in this case, that's a great point. I didn't think too much about that, but you're right. I mean, other than a couple of scenes, everybody's basically isolated because you're getting the found footage or the people talking, FaceTiming and stuff like that. I actually thought the visual effects were above average. I thought that they did a good job of world building, like telling you this is how things are and kind of feeling like, okay, I can accept this premise at least for what it is, so where it's not just like, oh, come on. But I also thought I just thought they were trying too hard to trick you.
Yeah, there are a lot of twists. And the final end message of the movie I thought was very strange. They even literally stated out verbatim that everyone makes mistakes, even AI. I'm like, what?
And scene.
Yeah. That's what we're going with.
So for me, I gave it a C-.
Yeah.
Are you going fresh or rotten?
I would go rotten. I was very just not engaged. I'm not the biggest sci-fi person, so this isn't really made for me, but it didn't do anything to overcome those.
Yeah, and I think I think you're probably on track. Maybe this is one that would have been better going to streaming, but who knows? Maybe it'll get a good, decent box office return this weekend. I like that they're willing to try something.